are doing a video to tell you about malaria. In Africa, malaria kills a child in every 45 seconds. Here, a child of hope, every child has had malaria, but it can be treated. Here we have a child whom we think has malaria. We are going to show you how we treat it. This is Evelyn, one of our health workers. What are you going to do now?
I'm first of all going to begin with putting on gloves. This is a test kit to show whether a child has malaria. We're now going to clean the child's finger. I need a little bit of blood so now I have to prick the finger. Okay. I put the blood into the testing kit.
What happens next?
I am now going to put the buffer. We now have to wait for 15 minutes to see whether the child has malaria or not.
Does it hurt when you prick the finger?
Just a little bit, but not a lot.
How are you going to treat a child who has a positive result of malaria?
I am going to give her Coaterm. It's a tablet which cures malaria. Here is the Coaterm. Because this child is small, we are going to be giving 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening for 3 days.
Where do we get our malaria medical supplies from?
We get them from our friends in Joy Hospice. I'll take you to see them later. He has already had his pills and he will start to feel better after 30 minutes. So I promised you to take you to Joy Hospice where we get our medical supplies from.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Here we are. Let's go to the laboratory and find our supplies. Hello. Hello.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
How can I help you?
We have come to meet our supplies.
Okay. Can you sort it out for you?
First. While Annette is still sorting out the supplies, let's go the doctor and she tells us more about malaria.
Hello, Peter. Oh, hello. Oh, I hope you're not sick today, Peter.
No, but I would like you to tell me more about malaria.
Ah, I'm sure you know that malaria comes from the bite of a mosquito. The mosquito is a special type called Anopheles mosquito. When it bites you, it puts inside the germs for malaria, and then after some days you become ill.
What do you feel when you are ill?
I'm sure you might have had malaria yourself. Usually, body's very hot. Sometimes it's even shivery cold. And then there's usually a headache, joints are aching, and a lot of people vomit.
How can we be sure that we have got malaria?
The best way is to do a blood test on the very first day. And look, here I've got some blood tests from the patients earlier. Now look, you can see this one has got one red line, and this one's got two red lines. So a little spot of blood, and then this test is negative, the person does not have malaria, and this one is positive, the person does have malaria. And of course, these tests are in Child of Hope, so that instead of having to go to a doctor, the nurse can quickly do the test if any of the children are sick at school.
How bad can you get if we have got malaria?
Most people with malaria are not so badly off. Of course, they feel hot and they might be vomiting, but when we give them medicine, they get better very quickly. But I'm afraid that some people get very, very sick, and that's usually small children under the age of 5 and pregnant mums as well.
What happens if we get real sick?
Unfortunately, Peter, sometimes people even can die. That's why the government take malaria very seriously and want people to test, and if they're positive, start the treatment on the very first day.
How do we treat malaria?
Now, Peter, I think you weigh more than 35 kilograms. So if you had malaria, we would give you this coartem, and you'd take 4 tablets in the morning, 4 tablets in the evening, and you take them for 3 days. Of course, if somebody's very sick, they often have to start with injections. But as long as the malaria is simple and not very complicated, most people can take tablets.
Thank you, Doctor. I have learned a lot.
You're very welcome, Peter. Thank you for coming and asking me questions. It's very good. Everybody at school should know about malaria.
Come on, Peter, let's go and see if our stock is ready now.
You don't know that people by then make money.
Yeah, you see me.
Yeah, you are back. Yeah, it is fixed. Wish you were.
Thank you very much. We can now go back to school. Let's go back to school and see how our patient is going on.
Let's go. It's now half an hour later. Let's see how our patient is.
As you see, our patient is now much better. He is eating, drinking, and is now going back to class.
That is great news. That's how we treat malaria here. I hope you have enjoyed our video. Bye bye.